All right, we're on. Profit picks at 6. Let me just grab this link. I'll tweet it out and then we'll get going. Somebody's calling me right now and not on the Google Voice. There's the actual call in line. Let's see if we get anybody today. I asked somebody to call. Okay, cool. Let's grab the spreadsheet. Boom. Okay. Sorry, not at the top. Good week. After last night, or not last night, excuse me, Monday night, the Steelers game, Ben's last home game, salvaged a oh, you can't see. 7-8-1 week 17. Only the second push of the season, which is kind of surprising. 256 picks, and the lines that I've been able to get, usually I get them like Tuesday, Wednesday, that time frame, because I want to get all of my picks out ahead of Thursday. I probably could have waited on this because we don't have a Thursday game this week. But just for consistency, we'll keep it Wednesday, 6 o'clock. So the second push, I'm sorry, the second push of the season, I don't know. I feel like we've had, 4 or 5 in the past. This is the first year that I'm streaming it. I used to do an email, like a newsletter kind of deal, and I like talking more. We hit the lock. That was awesome. And then dog of the week was the Panthers. Stinker. We hit the teaser. We teased Houston up and the Bengals up as well. Let me just update this and then we'll go down to the bottom and look at those games. All right, we need to gain some more ground because I don't like seeing this. If I lose every game, we're down to 51% on the year, down from 54. I really want like that safety net, that little cushion. I know this is the last week, so it's probably unlikely with the playoffs and everything. There's not going to be a ton more games. So I'm thinking we're going to finish over 50% for sure. It feels good. It feels good putting out all these picks and just being transparent. That's all I want to do. All right, so let's go over week 17. Patriots domination. Like I said, the Bucs struggled, but what a comeback there, huh? Tom Brady poised. That was the talk of the week. Antonio Brown. I hope he gets help. Yikes. I mean, Brady, I'm a Patriots fan and love Tom Brady. He's given me so much and taken so much away from other people like Bills fans. I feel like he did everything he could to he let AB stay in his house, all that stuff. They're working out together in the off season and everything, a good influence and this freaking, what did somebody call him, Clown Tonio? When I mean clearly the joke is Antonio Clown would be better. But I mean, farting in his doctor's face. I mean, I love that video because farts are funny, but you hate to see a talent like that just go out. I mean, everybody wants to quit their job that way, right? I don't know what was going on there. Falcons, we were right on them taking it to the Bills. And then Miami's streak comes to an end. What was it? They lost 7 in a row. Then they won 7 in a row. They were going for 8. So the streak is over. Bengals, we teased them up. So they won outright. And we teased them up to 11. So, I mean, that was just wonderful. We'll get into a little Bengals talk in a bit. I got some notes on Joe Burrow. Bear down. I don't know what's going on with the Giants. I don't have a great read on a lot of these NFC teams. I mean, like the freaking Saints, like I don't have great intel, but I don't know what's going on with the Giants, man. I mean, I'm broadcasting from Syracuse. I don't follow the Giants. They're in New York City. It's like 6 hours away. Rams and the Ravens. Close game. And then the push. Nothing you can do. Nothing you can do, but you got to grade it as a loss because it's not a win. So that's fine. Just stinks that it doesn't normally land on 4, I don't think. Or you don't see 4 as a line too often. Our lock was the Raiders plus the points. They won outright. Great. Maybe you took a money line. Maybe you didn't. Broncos and the Chargers. I just like fading the Chargers, man. I don't know. I don't like Justin Herbert. Just not a believer. And I'll spoil it right now. Teddy Bridgewater put on the IR. I saw that article today. Houston couldn't get it done, but plus 13. You add on another 6, 19. Then we got it done. So teaser's wonderful sometimes. Panthers and the Saints. I mean, these I was just wrong. I thought it was time for the Cardinals to drop one. I think they've been covering a little bit. And I'm a believer in the Cowboys. Last season, Dak was on pace to set some crazy records before his injury. But I think losing by 3 to such a good team like the Cards, that's fine. We'll see what happens with their game. I get too ahead of myself. I start giving little tidbits out in the recap, not when I'm picking these games. Lions and the Seahawks. I had a tip. Somebody on Twitter, I'm not going to call them out because I don't know this person, but I do follow them. I think they follow me back, maybe. Said to take the Lions and the points, and they got smoked. I mean, I saw that tweet like on game day, so I mean, I already had my pick locked in, but stinks. Like don't put out the alert like I got an inside source or I'm hearing rumblings and then just it's bad info. That's not cool. Vikings and Green Bay. I thought it was time for Green Bay to drop one. Maybe I was trusting in the Vikings a little bit too much. That's going to be an interesting game. I can't wait to talk about it. So let's just wrap it up. Big Ben's final home game, getting to kneel it out. I don't know who it was. It might have been him. Somebody said that the QB kneel is the best play in football. Hello, sack fumble, a blocked punt. When you hear that double thud, it's incredible, especially if the receiving team can recover it and like a block punt fat guy score, that's probably the best play in football. A really good sack fumble is also entertaining, but they protect the QBs so much now. You can't land on him and all this stuff, and I like a sack fumble, and I also that block punt, fat guy score is great. All right, so let's get into it. Start off this one. I didn't have any notes at all for this Patriots and Dolphins because the Patriots, I'm a fan. They never perform when they go down to Miami. They have the greatest teams, and then they go down to Miami, and they're supposed to roll them. And I'm not saying they're going to lose the game, but hang on, this fucking Discord, man. Leave me alone. All right. They never perform. I'm not saying they're going to lose, but I don't think they cover here. And they lost the previous matchup this season with the Dolphins. They always struggle, and I gotta close this. I'm not gonna deal with Discord notifications in my ear the whole time I'm trying to speak. All right. Chiefs heading to the Broncos. What do we got? Like I said, Bridgewater on the IR. Here's a fun stat that I saw. I don't watch ESPN, but I did see a clip. I think it was from their program. The last 2 games, the Chiefs have averaged 8 points in the second half. That's 23rd in the NFL. Weeks 1 through 15, they ranked 8th. Second half points. So just a little tidbit. Might want to look at if you can get like a Broncos second half line. Getting the points. Maybe it would be like 4.5 or 5 if they're plus 10 for the game. Might even be like a 5.5. But I feel like Vegas knows about this stuff, so maybe even like a 4, a plus 4 in the second half. Just something to look at. Actually, let's pull it up and see if Caesar's got something for me. Let's see. So I mentioned it before. I use Caesar's lines. I used to use the Westgate Superbook lines, but now, we do have second half lines. Plus 5.5. How are you? Huh. That is strange. Okay. So like I was saying, I use Caesar's lines because sports gambling is legal in New York now, and the casinos near me in Syracuse, they're all the tribal casinos, and they use Caesar's lines. I got to drive probably 45 minutes to Del Lago, just about halfway. It's just outside Waterloo. Premium Outlets, about halfway between Rochester and Syracuse. Del Lago, they run on DraftKings. I want to go there. I want to get some merch. I think DraftKings has some cool merch. Jim Maz in the chat. What's up, buddy? Next one, we got the Cowboys and the Eagles. I didn't have a ton on this game. Zeke said he's going to play a lot. This is really tricky with this week 18 is a lot of starters are sitting and resting. And you can see my cursors. Look at that. It was already on it. I mean, Green Bay and the Lions. Green Bay only giving up 2.5. Something's up. Something's up. But back to Cowboys and Eagles. I saw an article from Fansided. I think those guys are idiots. They said Jalen Hurts. They're like five predictions for the game. Eagles Cowboys, and it's like they said Jalen Hurts is going to have 75 yards rushing, a whole bunch of crap. And I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I do think that is a good point though, is this late in the season, let Jalen Hurts do his thing. And because he is a successful scrambler, running quarterback. I think that's a good take, but I don't think he's going to have 75 yards rushing. Also, Micah Parsons. I don't think he's on the IR, but he was listed as out, had an injury, and I don't think he's going to play. Football team heading to the Giants. Oh boy. I mean, the football team, I think they're due. They've had a rough run of it the last couple weeks. Got the push last week, but I mean they got pummeled Christmas week and just riddled with COVID. Speaking of players that are out, Mike Glennon. I like how John Gruden calls him Glennon. He's listed as out for the Giants. So I think that's why a not good Washington football team is laying 6.5 on the road. But I'll take it. Just too many guys out for the Giants. I mean, just pack it in and we'll see you next year. Green Bay heading to the Lions. I mean, it's so hard to cap this game because I don't think Rodgers is playing. And I think just look at that line one more time. Is it still 2.5? Lions up to 4 now. How did I get it at 2.5? Let's look at this line movement. What is happening here? It was as low as a half. That's crazy. It opened at 11. 11, drops down to a half, spikes back up to 11, and then hung around 3, now up to 4. Let me just close some stuff here. I'll show you. That's crazy. And no free ads here on Profit Picks at 6. Other than for my own content. This is the Action app. I'm a big fan. I've been using it for years. They don't pay me. It is a free app. I like that I can put in, and I was talking about Caesars lines earlier. I can put in what sportsbook I use. So, because we don't have online sports betting in New York yet. So I have to drive to the casino to place my picks. And it's nice to know ahead of time if there was a line movement, stuff like that. You can set all kinds of alerts. And it's just a great way to check on lines. They've got all sorts of sports books in there. You can see the best line available. Maybe there's different sports books in your state. So like if DraftKings had a better line than Caesars, maybe I could pick which one I wanted to go with, and it's just it's a solid app. I've been using it for years. Big fan of the Action app. So we're talking Packers and Lions. Lions have 31 more penalties. That only results in 101 more penalty yards. I thought that was interesting. I think with this line movement, it's so weird. Like, why? I almost want to flip the pick because dropping down to a half is not a conspiracy theory guy. I'm a connect the dots guy. It feels like I don't know what's going on there. I mean, Packers laying 11 and then all of a sudden laying only a half. That's bizarre. And then it spiked right back up like a couple people, maybe some big money came in or something. I don't know. Would make you think that people are all over the Lions. Kind of scares me now. All right, Bears and heading to the Vikings. Something's up with this one too. Vikings have a way better offense. Defense gives up the same amount of points per game. They just give up more yards per game. And the Vikings won this on December 20th, not that long ago. 17-9. And now we're getting a 2.5 point spread. Some Matt Nagy talk. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to stick with the Bears here. I think I actually flipped this pick this afternoon when I was looking at it. I'm like 2.5. That's weird. Colts heading to Jacksonville. Going to be hot down there. Jags lost 17-23 when they faced off on November 14th. Jags have a lot more defensive guys on the COVID list, and I think the Colts are likely to rest guys. So I like 15.5 is monstrous. Hopefully they can get it done. And kind of like we were saying with Jalen Hurts, maybe you let Trevor Lawrence just do his thing and let him play in the sandbox a little bit. 15.5. I like it. Titans heading to the Texans. Texans won this on November 21st, 22-13. They're catching 10.5. I don't know. I was on Houston last week, of course. We teased them, and that worked out. But I think I'm going to stick with them again. I think people are high on Tennessee, and I'm just not. Here's another pick that I flipped this afternoon. Steelers heading to Baltimore. The reason I flipped this pick, Ben Roethlisberger, this is probably going to be his last NFL game. And his first NFL game was at Baltimore. And I think the team really wants to get him a win his last game. These are very even teams on paper. Ravens gain about 70 more yards per game than the Steelers. But I mean, points per game and their defenses are very, very similar on paper. Historically, this is a close matchup, and Pittsburgh won this on December 5th by 1. So I like the emotional game, his last game. Yeah, I mean, you always want to end the game kneeling it out, and I think they want to get him that. It's a good story. Bengals heading to the Browns. Oh, this beeping is probably coming from Twitter. Bengals heading to the Browns. Baker's out for the remainder of the season, and Joe Mixon is in the COVID protocol for the Bengals. Joe Burrow's not playing either. And the joke was just rehashed all on the internet because last week he said that this generation of players, quote, doesn't love football, quote, just doesn't love football. And now he's sitting out. Ha ha ha. Great. Everybody doing the same joke. I'm going to do it too. I just, with Baker being out, I think they got Case Keenum, right? I think the Bengals get it done. -1.5. Carolina heading to the Bucks. The Bucks won this the day after Christmas, 32-6. That's it. Nothing, no crazy analysis there. And same with this next one with the Seahawks heading to the Cardinals. I feel like the Cards are due to not cover again. Catching 5 at Dallas, they win outright. So I think something's going on. They covered so many at the beginning of the season. I think, and they're a public team. I think they're just due to not cover. Vegas always makes it back. So, gonna take the Seahawks plus a 6.5. Two teams that I don't really have a great read on here. And as I'm scrolling down, just a brief aside, I know I didn't color any. I usually do blue for the Thursday games and orange for Monday night, just to break up a white spreadsheet. But there's no Thursday games. We got 2 games on Saturday, and everything else is on Sunday. So the Saints heading to Atlanta. Falcons won this on November 7th. That was 27-25. This one just feels weird. I just like the Saints. I don't have a ton of analysis for all of these this week. Just a couple more here. Niners heading to the Rams. Weird one, because these teams are surprisingly very even statistically. Niners have 11 more penalties for 230 more penalty yards. They've smoked this matchup when the teams played on November 15th. They won 31-10. Rams at home. I was like thinking today, why do you like the Rams here, and trying to justify. And the reasoning I came up with is Sean McVay is such a good-looking dude that he really wants to get revenge on another good-looking dude, Jimmy Garoppolo. Jets heading to the Bills. I could be wildly wrong here because I'm taking a bunch of big dogs. Dogs are barking this week. Only 6 favorites picked, which is fine. I like a good mix. But I don't know if all 3 big dogs are gonna pull this off. Well, 4 if you count Denver at 10. Where is the cutoff, right? Bills are 10 points better on offense, 12 points better on defense, and they won this matchup on November 14th. That was 45-17. I don't know. Bills just got humbled a little bit. This is definitely they got to win this to have a shot at the AFC. Because technically the Bengals still have a shot as well. I just don't know if they're going to cover 16.5. They could blow them out by 24. That divisional matchup. But I like the Jets on the road. And last one, Chargers heading to the Raiders. My only note on this was just live by the fade, die by the fade. We're going against the Chargers again, even though, comparing the 2 teams in stats, Chargers seems like the obvious play, but I think a lot of people are going to be on them, and I just want to go against that. All right. Let's pick out a lock, a dog, and a teaser. I really want to hit another lock so we can get close to 50%. So I'm going to lock. I hate picking against them. I'm going to lock the Dolphins. Plus the points. They might win outright. I hope they don't. But it's historically, even I'm saying, the best the best Patriots teams, even with, Tom Brady, they go down to Miami and I don't know, partying too much or something. Like they always just seem to have an off week when they head down to Miami, or even when they play Miami, because they lost earlier this season. Our dog of the week. Ooh. Just because I think there's something funny about this one, let's go with the Bears. Write this down. And 2 legs of a teaser, huh? I think getting AB out of the locker room might have been a good thing. So we're going to take Tampa down to 2. And can move the Lions up to 8.5. That looks good. Football team down to 0.5. I like that a lot. A lot. Zeke said he's playing, but how much is he really going to play? Because we could get the Cowboys down to 1. You know what? Just because it's his last game, let's ride with Ben. Take the Steelers up to 10.5. All right, lock of the week. Patriots heading down to Miami, laying 7. We're gonna go the other way. Dolphins +7. It's the lock of the week. Dog of the week. Going to be the Bears on the road at the Vikings. And our 6-point teaser, we're going to take Tampa at home against the Panthers from -8 to -2. They got to win by a field goal. That's it. And in his last NFL game of his career, likely, we're going to go with the Steelers on the road against the Ravens from 4.5 up to 10.5. Somebody, I can't remember who it was. Somebody said that Lamar Jackson might play. We'll see. All right. I was kind of stalling a little bit. I was told I was going to get a call at 6:30. Doesn't seem like it. 6:33. That's okay. I'll be back next week because I'm still going to handicap the playoffs, but I kind of wanted to cut this off at the end of the season. We'll definitely do a recap, but I'll keep it going. I'm probably not going to do a stream for the Super Bowl and stuff like that. Like it, you don't need to stream for 5 freaking minutes. So I will be back next week. Profit picks at 6. Recap in week 18. We'll go over some wild card stuff. Other than that, tomorrow on my Mixcloud channel, mixcloud.com/hitthepost, hitthepost.live will take you to the same place. I'm going to be playing music tomorrow night, 8:00. Play it's usually like an hour and a half of music, and I just try to hit the post on every song, and it's a fun time. First one of the year. So we'll go back to some 2021 favorites, but I always look forward to that show, even more than this one. And I hope to see you there. That's mixcloud.com/hitthepost, hitthepost.live. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. If not, next week, right here on YouTube, you can look up Profit Picks at 6 or my channel, Hit the Post. That's going to do it. As always, please gamble responsibly.